I got sent a thing to try for you guys. Let's try it.
Vegan prepper. Vegan prepper. So most of you on the channel do know that I have had a very long road so far, and an even longer road yet ahead of me, working on moving towards health, eating healthier, working out. Who put that clip in? Okay, but seriously, it hasn't always been pretty. And one of the biggest challenges that I personally have faced is with my digestion and feelings of nausea and just grossness after a workout. So I have been experimenting quite a lot with some probiotics, digestive enzymes, and putting those products into my life. And so when Chimp contacted me, asking me if I would review their protein powder on my channel, I will admit my first impulse was just to delete it, but I went ahead and went and looked at it. This is, if I'm remembering correctly, this is the 8th brand. As small as my channel is, this is the 8th brand that has contacted me asking me if I will review their product on the channel. And every single one I've said no to until I saw this one. There are so many things about this that appealed to me. Number one being the fact that it comes in this nice little baggie instead of in a big thick tub that's not recyclable anymore in my area. So it's less waste in the packaging itself of the item, but also potentially less waste in my life if I can eliminate the need for a separate probiotic and a separate digestive enzyme, because this comes with probiotic and digestive enzymes in it. And that is just majorly exciting to me. So long story short, I personally have already had amazing results with this. My first impression of this was that it smelled, I opened the bag and it just smelled delicious. It smelled like cake batter to me, or like frosting. Like, it just smells like a dessert. I got the vanilla, just in case anybody's wondering which flavor I got. And it's just absolutely fantastic. I make my standard smoothie, my standard recovery smoothie from working out. And I've been putting this in there, and I have had zero nausea, zero stomach issues after workouts, and I work out pretty hard. Maybe it doesn't look that way, but for my current weight, my current fitness level, I'm maxed out, you guys, and I put it all in the gym, and I want something that's going to help support me. And my other protein powder, I've already shown on the channel before, and I'm not knocking that brand whatsoever. It's a good brand, but this doesn't upset my stomach after a workout. And I don't know if it's because the ingredients themselves are a little more natural, or if it's because of the fact that it has those probiotics and it has those digestive enzymes. So it sort of makes the whole smoothie experience a little gentler on your stomach, especially, you know, after you've been working out really hard. I don't know, but overall, my impression, reduction of waste, is delicious. It's a small company based in Ireland, and I'm kind of in love. But let's go ahead and get my son's opinion, because I'm going to go ahead and make my signature smoothie for my son and have him try it and see what he thinks of this protein powder. All right, so to make about 1/2 of my normal smoothie, we need a little over a 1/2 cup of frozen blueberries, a single banana, about 3 to 4 cups of mixed greens, 1 teaspoon of spirulina, about a tablespoon of hemp seeds, a tablespoon of cacao, and just 1 scoop of the Chimp vegan protein shake mix. And of course, enough water to make it all blend nicely. now I have my son, my 21-year-old son, Thad, here for his first impressions. Now, we have not spoken about this at all, have we? No. I haven't colored his opinions or whatever. So I would say, even though you're really nice, be honest, okay? Be totally honest. So the very first impression that I want to get from him on this is your impression of the smell.
Okay.
Okay. Because I had a certain impression myself, and I want to see if my impression matches his.
Okay. Ooh. It reminds me of something.
Yes.
Oh, what is it? You know, it kind of reminds me of your hot chocolate mix.
Hot chocolate mix, maybe. I think it smells like cake batter.
I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, good.
Yeah. No,
Very
I really
good,
like it. It smells like one of those like dehydrated like powders that you like make really amazing drinks with.
So it smells delicious. That was my first impression when I opened it. It just this wonderful aroma kind of just wafted over me, and for me it's like cake batter, and I feel like it actually has a little bit of that taste as well. But that could be a good or a bad thing for you. So let's go ahead and taste the smoothie. Now, I'm sorry it's a bit watery because I only made a half smoothie because he is about to leave. I didn't want to like load him down with a full smoothie and have you know, running off to the bathroom all night. So we just did like a half of a smoothie. And so I guess go ahead and taste and see what you think.
All right.
And again, sorry, I did a little bit too much water.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you taste that like kind of yummy like cake batter, like sort of like that flavor, or
yeah, like
or what do you think? I won't put words in your mouth.
That's my whole thing. I don't think it tastes exactly like. I don't think it tastes like cake batter personally to me, but like it's not bad. It's really good. I like it.
Good.
Honestly, it kind of reminds me of the other protein powder that we use. Yeah, I really like. I like it.
You just really like the flavor. Okay, cool. Good.
It's hard to describe, but it's good.
I think it's delicious. I think it tastes like, I don't know, like a milkshake, like a dessert, or it gives it a taste that's like not just like a straight protein shake. I don't know.
Yeah,
that was my impression. So okay, cool. Awesome. Well, thank you for being on here and giving us your reaction.
Yeah.
All right.
Super good.
All right, cool. Okay, before we talk anymore, let's go ahead and give you a nice slow look at the back of the bag, and you can see what you think. Pause at any time and read whatever you'd like to read. So there you go. Okay, let's get to some cons, if we can call them that. So the powder is produced in a facility that uses tree nuts, peanuts, sesame, and so it has a warning on it that it may contain traces of those items. So unfortunately, it is not acceptable for anybody who has those allergies. So that also means that my younger son will not be able to use this protein powder. As many of you know, my husband is traditionally the athlete in our relationship. He's a marathon runner. He ran a marathon on his 40th birthday to celebrate his 40th birthday. And I was also very excited to get his opinion on this and to see what he felt about it. He has had some of the same issues with like digestion stuff, like after his workouts, especially extremely long runs where he has to be really careful about what he puts into his body, or he can feel sick for kind of, some hours after he has worked out. Unfortunately, though, he won't be able to use any of the protein powders from Earth Chimp because he's allergic to chocolate, and every single one of the flavors has cocoa in it. When I contacted the company, they said that, even if it's not the chocolate flavor, it gives kind of a depth of flavor to all of the flavors, and it in and of itself is a superfood, so they include it in their protein powders. I 100% agree that cocoa is a superfood. It's just sort of like a little like personal, very personal bummer that he's not going to be able to try this. And so yeah, that was basically, again, just like another little con, just in case you are one of the very rare individuals who is allergic to chocolate, you won't be able to use any of these flavors. And it's just sort of to give you a heads up, even though it's vanilla, even though it's unflavored, there's still cocoa in it. The final thing is something that they actually addressed on the back of the packaging, and that is that there is just the tiniest bit of texture still. I hesitate even to call it grit because I feel like that's too strong a word. But if you like look for it with your tongue in your mouth, you will find a little bit of texture still remaining in the smoothie. And that is mainly for anybody who has just like extreme texture issues. I'm thinking about anybody maybe who is neurodivergent and is very sensitive in that way, that they might find it unpleasant. But this is nothing compared to some of the protein powders that I have tried in my vegan life. And believe me, I've tried some protein powders. The second to last one I tried was so gritty. It felt, and it was like a major brand too that I can find in Costco. Okay, we're not talking like a little brand, we're talking a major brand. I tried this one and I felt like I was drinking cups with like sand mixed into them. It was so bad. This is nothing like that. I'm just saying it is a tiny bit of texture, but it's funny, they even address it right here. We use plant-based ingredients, which gives our shake texture. We don't use gums to try to hide it. So I absolutely respect that. I respect how natural it is. I just want to point it out as well. And obviously they're pointing it out too because they know. But I'm just wanting to make sure that I point it out for anybody who truly has an issue with that. And so, yeah, just want to give you guys the information. All right, I'm trying to close this out. Every single take I do, I start crying. I'm trying to do it without crying, but it's stupid. But I'm crying. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this. Basically, I feel immense, deep gratitude for this platform and for this channel, for the opportunity that was presented to me to try this protein powder, because like I said, for myself, I had struggled with those digestive issues after a workout. And basically for the last several months, I've been just dealing with it. I've just been, trying here and there to figure it out. Honestly, slippery elm was a huge help to me. That's just like an herb. Dealing with some of the digestive symptoms. But to have something that I know after my workout, I can put it into my smoothie, because now I've been using it for a couple of weeks. And if I put it in my smoothie and I know it's not going to make me sick, and in fact, I'm going to feel really good, it's like a huge mental weight lifted off of me that I didn't know I was carrying that until it was gone, right? It is hard enough when you are this size working out, between other people's perception of you. There's no such thing as being inconspicuous. And there's just so much going on, I don't know, in your inner world. And it's very difficult, but having being able to know that I'm going to work out and I'm not going to have to feel sick after is like, it's huge. So I'm deeply grateful. And I'm also deeply grateful for the fact that I didn't realize, like, for instance, that my husband wouldn't be able to use it because they all have cocoa. Because honestly, if I had known that he wouldn't be able to use it, I probably would have said, no, thank you. Because like my son couldn't use it and he couldn't use it. But like, I'm still going to get it. See, it's stupid. I'm sorry. And I'm not just trying to sell something. I'm saying, like, it's worth it for me. Even if it's just for me, it's so worth it. And I'm realizing, like, that is worth it. So even though they will need to use a different powder, which is still fine, the brand we have been using is still a good brand. Like I said, I don't have anything against it, but I am going to start using this one. And it's huge. It's wonderful. So anyway, this is messy and it keeps being messy. So I'm just going to leave it. And hopefully that was helpful and brought to light kind of a nice little new product. And hopefully it wasn't too awkward. And I'm very grateful again. So thank you all. As always, I hope the rest of your day is good and your life stays wonderful. See you guys in the next one. Bye. And as most of you know, my husband is the one who has traditionally been the athlete of our coupledom. Coupledom.